and welcome. Really glad you joined me today for the Power Pilates. So it's going to be Pilates moves that you'll probably recognise. It's all going to be about that core control as well, where the arms and legs are doing what they're meant to be doing off of it. But I'll be using today, I'm going to be using a 3 kilogram weight and then a 6 kilogram weight. So if you think about that, whatever you've got there, what you can work with, one weight and then double it for the next one up. I'm also going to be using a band, and I'll be using that later on. So we've got the bottle of water, a mat, enough room to move about in. If you've got all of that, come on down and we'll get ready to go. We're in a 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, give me that little lift. Good, just squeezing it out, up. Okay, give me that little reach. Both arms, little turn of the hip, rib cage down and in. Now I'm going to step out with one leg only, stepping out, come in. Yeah, so already pushing my bottom back, got my abs pulled in, my shoulders back and down. Yeah, got 2 more this side. Now I'm going to do elbow knee. Here we go. Little squeeze. Lovely, good. Feel nice and tall in the spine. And just that knee coming up, that elbow coming in. Just change over this and change over. Lovely, good. Abs already pulled in, I can feel that tension, hip to hip at the front. Lovely, good. I'm going to step out, push that bottom back. Lovely, good. Feel it tipping from the hip each time. I'm going to carry on with that leg. You have 4 more left here. Pushing that hip back. Good. 2 more. 2 and 1. Lovely, good. I'm going to do a little leg curl. And then I'll bring that knee up to the front and I'll do the turn. Back for the leg curl. Good. Then knee up and turn. Up on your toes. Let's do that big circle above your head and feel loose with the shoulders. But I already know my shoulders are pulled down and in. Just loose with those arms. I isolate those arms. Lovely, good. And then back in. A little space between the shoulder blades. Opening out that ankle each time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely, good. Out with the legs. Pushing those hips back. Then the other way. Lovely, good. Holding it here. Top half. Rib cage. Up and out. Then the other way. Lifting that rib cage up either side, the other. I'm going down and up, pushing out with those hips. Now those hips, if you want to do a little reach and a turn, lovely, good. Remember, I'm keeping my back straight. Yeah, good discipline. Up and up. Lovely, good. Squeeze those elbows together. Good, give me that squeeze. Feel those pecs working for you. Now I'm going to do a Y with my arms, but I'm going to keep my rib cage nice and low. My knees just a little bit soft as I reach out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Going out wide. Give me that drop. Dropping it down, pushing it up. Good. I'm going to do one more leaving this leg, and I'm going to leave the other leg. Here we go. Good. Feel you get that drop. You get that push back up. 2 more. 2 and 1. And well done. Okay, I'm going to get onto my timer now. It's going to be 8 minutes per circuit, so that's where the power is coming from as well. On my first one, I'm picking up my 3 kilogram weight, and it's going to be a long lever, so it's going to be out of this arm here, my palm facing forward. I'm going to get back into a lunge position. So, in your lunge position, straight back, just wiggle that toe, so you know you're going to drop down through the middle. Are we ready to go? We are ready to go. From 5, 3, 2, 1. Lovely, good. And out. Remember which leg you did on the first one. And as you drop down, make sure it's right through the middle, and then I get that lift outside of that shoulder. Working for me. Good. Down and up. I'm sinking right through the middle. I'm not coming forward or back. Here. So it looks like from the side. Lovely, good. Just getting that lunge right through the middle, then just up at the side there. Lovely, good. Up that back leg as well, so do get the bend. Good. 3, 2, 1. Good work. I'm coming with my heavier weight, so I'm just doubling up with that weight now. So it's still about the core, still about the top half. I'm going to come back into a lunge, then that same leg is going to go into a squat. I'm using the same legs I've just used on that first exercise. Lovely, good. Do your squat. Remember, so bottom back on that squat, get that push up from that one leg all the time. Lovely, good. Lovely, good, just dropping it down each time. Then I'm aware of what my shoulders are doing. They're pulling back down and in. Can you feel that? Pulling those shoulder blades back down. So we're going all under control. That front leg is the one that's doing the work. Becomes quite aerobic. Keep that up all the time. 3, 2, 1. Well done. On to my second set. So it's gone the other arm, the other leg. Goes back. Just work it back into a lunge. Turn my arm, outside of my shoulder, core pulled in. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Drop and lift. Good. So that arm is coming in, so near or touching my inside thigh, and then up and out. And it's long on the way out. And my palm is still facing forward when I get to the end. Lovely. Good. So again, it's just straight out. I can see it out my periphery vision there. It's just stopping by my shoulder. Doesn't have to go up any higher. Lovely, good, and push through that lunge. And up. Keep my shoulders over my hips, not leaning forward to that weight. I just know it's coming forward. And then up, good. Well done. That long lever, reasonably heavy weight, so your shoulders will feel it. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Well done. Back to our heavier weight. I'm going to do, again, lunge back with the leg that I've just done, and then to a squat. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Into my lunge, into my squat. Good. Make each one a good one. Remember, we don't have to travel fast. This will get aerobic just from the amount of times that we're doing it. Lovely, good. And that we're using the same leg each time to push us up. Up out of my lunge, up out of my squat. Dropping down, going back with that leg. Core pulled in, nice hip and hollow on the whole time. My shoulders back and down. Good work. And well done. Halfway through that first 8 minutes of work. Back to my first leg I did my lunge with. Just working it back. Palm facing forward. It stays forward the whole time. It stays long on the arm. So again, I'm just locking it off at the elbow. Lovely, good. Bring it up and out. Feel that work. Feeling strong. Rib cage down and in now. That's it, keep that going. And up. I'm sinking right into the middle of my lunge each time. Don't let it get out of control. And then give me that lift. Lovely, good. Up. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Back to that heavier weight. Same leg. Just going to do that lunge back, then back into that squat. Here, holding it nice and strong. Shoulders pulled back down and in. Abs definitely pulled in to let you do it properly. And back into that lunge. So same leg as did the lunge before. And into my squat. Lovely, good. Remember, bottom back on those squats. Put my chest up, my face up. Lovely, good. Again, not working too fast, but working powerfully. Yeah, well done. Good job. Especially staying with that heavier weight. Pulling my shoulders back down and in all the time. 3, 2, 1. Are we ready for the last 2 minutes of this round? You're doing good. Stepping back into that lunge. Palms turned, ready to go. Elbow locked. Okay, here we go. Down and lift out. Good, so that long lever going away from me, but my rib cage is pulled down and in. I don't try and counterbalance it. I stay right in the middle by having my zip and hollow on. My belly button pulled into my spine, and I get that lift. Lovely, good. Drop and lift. Straight out to the side. You can just see it in your periphery there. Good, as it comes out and up. Feeling nice and strong. Good. In our last 1 minute, 15 seconds of work. Lovely, good, and up. Lovely, good. Keep that arm strong. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Same leg with the lunge back. So I'm on that second leg. I'm dropping back into that lunge. Shoulders over hips. Here I go. Drop into my squat. Lovely, good. Feel that work now. Now this is the last minute. You'll be doing this exercise before we move on. Lovely, good. Keep it really strong, abs pulled in, back nice and flat. Really feel those shoulder blades. Pull down your body. Lovely, good. So you know you're not going to roll over with that weight when it goes forward. You've got it all locked in, using your core. Lovely, good. 3, 2, 1. And well done. We are moving on. I'm going to use my band for my next one. Band at my own body weight. If you want to, you can move that mat out of the way. Safely put the band around the ankles and bring it up to just over the knees. Lovely, good. So you can go with this, or you can go with the lighter rubber band if you've got it. You can do it without the band, you'll still be working hard. It's the 2.5 walks, the drop from my legs. 2.5 walks, drop from my legs, and then I'll tell you which one to do next. Okay, are we ready to go? We're going to go in 5. Okay, so ready. Start from that squat position. Push my legs out, push out, one more, then I get the drop through the legs. Try not to bend over and do it from the top half. Lovely, good, and drop. Lovely, good, so it looks like from the side. I come forward, 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 I do that drop. My back does not change on the drop. Lovely, good. And down, so I have to get that drop through the legs. Otherwise I will bend over from my hips. Good work, well done, drop. Okay, lovely, good. 1, 2, 3. I can feel it in the glutes already. Outside of thigh. Core pulled in. Drop. Lovely, good. Okay, this is lovely. I'm going to walk out. I'm going to touch a shoulder, and then walk back up again. So I'm walking out into a plank. This can just stay around my thighs, that is fine. 3, 2, 1. So as I go out, make sure there's tension on those bands. The legs are not too narrow. I touch my shoulder. I touch my shoulder. I come back up, pushing back up, and land. Lovely, good. Then again, down. Into that plank. Get a nice good plank here. Touch the shoulder. Touch the shoulder. Then coming back up. Never twisting your hips when you're down at the bottom. That is the secret. You really use that core. Lovely, good. In that plank. Lovely, good. And up. Touch the shoulder. Touch the shoulder. If you really feel you cannot do it in a plank, you can always do it in a half plank for me. So you've got your knees on the floor. Like an incline plank. Okay, are we ready to go? With our 2 walks. One way, back the other, drop down the half. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, drop it down. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm just touching the floor. I'm staying low on my legs all the time. Lovely, good. 1, 2, one more half, and down. 1, 2 walks. Good. Core pulled in the whole time. Not leaning forward when I go down. I have to drop through my hips to get that action. Lovely, good. So my thighs and my glutes will begin to ache. Lovely, good. Down. Three, 2, 1, and well done. Keep it there. Because you can just be there. Feet slightly outside the hips. I say tension on that band still. Core pulled in. I'm going down in that plank. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so you can bend your knees whichever way you want to get there. Now, if you want to do an incline, it's here. Touch your shoulder, come back up though, push your weight back up the whole time. Okay, lovely, coming down, I do that walk forward, up, up, lovely, good, down, wait till you're in that plank, touch the shoulder, my hips stay really steady, and my hips, either shoulder height or just below my shoulder height. So when I get to here, there, touch, feel that work shift from one side to the other. 3, 2, 1, lovely, good. Our third out of 4, here we go, with that walk. My first 45 seconds into that 15 recovery before we go again. Core pulled in, I've dropped down, I'm ready to go. Lovely, good. Can you feel that in the thighs? Lovely, good, and you get that drop. And again, especially when you get that drop, you can really feel it in the thighs, in the glutes. Lovely, good. Working that all the way through, dropping down. Lovely, good. 1, 2, 1 half, drop down. 1, 2, 1 half. Gets the tail now, a little bit on the thighs here. Okay, I'm really driving those legs out, so I can get that work done through the band. 1, 2, 3, drop it down. Come back in. 1, 2, 3, and drop it down. Lovely, good. Ready for your plank. Incline plank, or a full one. Your third one out of 4. You are doing good. Zip and hollow on. I'm getting ready to go. My shoulders are backing down. I'm already feeling strong in this position. Then I dip forward. Lovely, good. I come out into my plank. I've got that positioning right, so my feet are just slightly wider than my hips with that band working for me all the time. Lovely, good. One more round of each after this. Lovely, good. And up. Good, dropping down. Up, up. And up. Lovely, good. And coming up. Lovely. Down. Gonna do that touch. And then I can come back up. Ready for my last round on this. Okay, here we go, drop. Core pulled in. Work those outsides of thighs. Get me that drop. Lovely, good. 1, 2, 1 half one, and get that drop. Good, still staying in that crouch position. Lovely, good. My feet are facing forward. My core's pulled in. Lovely, you can feel that on the outside of your thighs there. But also, really getting that dip down will really work those glutes, those thighs for you. Lovely, then rather than bending forward. Good. In your low teens now, coming into your single figures. This is the last time we do this exercise in this class. Here, 1, 2, 3, down, and come up. Good work, well done. We ready for those outs? You're doing really, really well. You managed it with that band on as well. Down into that full if you can, the full plank or the incline, I don't mind. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're down. Touch shoulder, touch your shoulder, come back up, and up. Lovely, good. Down, touch the shoulder, and up. All the time I'm thinking about my zip and hollow being on, tension on the outsides of my thighs, so I know it's all going on for me. And up. Good, 15 seconds left now, that's all it is on this one here before we get to lie down. I'm going to bring that back, that mat, lovely, good, touch, and coming up, and well done, lovely, good work. You can take that band safely off, you can sit down to do it, or do it holding on to something so you know you'll be able to do that quite safely. I'm coming. Right, so just my weights now, my 3 and my 6. Lovely, good. Just take a little bit of water break here and then we'll go on. Onto the floor. That 3 and that 6 weight. Within grabbing distance for me. Right, the first one, these are little split sessions. So you're doing 2 different sort of exercises on each one. Okay, so here, hands out at the side, I'm going to do 4 drops like that there, then I'm going to put this leg down, keep this leg bent with the weight, and do me 4 of those bridges. I'll go 4 again, 4 again. Lovely, good. So just behind one leg, that's the one you're going to be using. We're going from 5. Arms just out at the shoulder height. Okay, both feet up for the first bit. I'm just dropping it down. 2, 3. My zip and hollow is definitely on. Everything else stays lovely and stable. Lovely. Other foot goes down on the floor, just underneath the knee, and get that push up with that weight behind the other knee still. Lovely, good. And then I bring both knees back up. Lovely, good. Really keep an eye on that zip and hollow, especially as that leg is going out. The other one can anchor me slightly over my hips. Lovely, good. Then down with that other foot and push up. Good, and get me that lift. 3, 4. Lovely, good. Well done. This is where I swap it over just to the other side now. I've got both of my knees up. And I'm going to drop that other leg down. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We dropped it out. 2, 3, 4. Then my other foot went onto the floor just underneath my knee to get that nice push up. Opens out my hip flexors here as well. Really pushes through my glutes. And I'm lifting that leg but with a weight on it as well. Lovely, good. Both knees come back. Then I get that drop. 4, 3. Hip to hip. 2, 1. Foot goes onto the floor and get me that push up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And good work. Well done. This is what I'm going to do a double on my 6 as well, or your double weight. It's going to be coming back into a V-sit, then my feet are on the floor. I'm going to do 4 drop bags, and then I'm going to come all the way down, and I'm going to put that over my head. So it's very much about the core. Here we go. My legs, my arms go long, my legs stay bent, they just open out a little bit. Lovely, good. And I'm rolling down. So again, just that roll down, but I've got that weight at the front. I'm doing one more here. One more. Lovely, good. This time I'm going to roll all the way down, putting that over my head and over my head. Lovely, good. Now you can, if you want to, I'll do it on the second one here. I'm going to also add a knee going out as well. Or you can be here, rib cage down and in. Okay, lovely, good. I am falling back on my 4. Long extension, 3, 2, and 1, and well done, lovely, good. And the next one I'll start with that weight going over my head and then the long legs going out from here. This is an option. I go 4, 3, my rib cage stays down in it, even though that weight's going over my head. 2, and 1, lovely, good. Then I came up, I'm in that V sit, really think about that zip and hollow. What it's doing for you there is keeping your back safe. 3, 4, lovely, good. All the way down, knees up, goes over your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, and well done, lovely, good. I'm going to swap that over for my 2 sets with the third 3 kilogram weight. You can go heavy, you can go lighter, depending on what you've got there. Okay, so lovely, good. So they're both up to begin with, over my hips, my arms just out by the side. I get that drop, so I have to really think about my zip and hollow being on. Again, if you wanted an extra work there, you can drop that other knee, see how it feels. I come up to the top, put that foot on the floor, go 4, 3, 2, really squeezing through that glute. Okay, lovely, good. So again, if you wanted to do a double drop, you want a little bit of extra, you can do it here. 2, 3, to really pull that zip and hollow in, make sure your belly button is not popping up. Onto that foot. 1, 2, up in that bridge. 3, nice and strong. 4, lovely, good. And 1, and good work, well done. This is where I change it over. Last time on this leg, I can do the double drops if I want to, or I can do the single. Up to you, depending on what your weight feels like, depending on what your knowledge of keeping that zip and hollow on, and that strength of those abs. Okay, lovely, good. I'm going to go double. 1, 2, 3, so I'm opening up at my hips. 4, and then I put the other foot on the floor, and I push up. 4, up right up into that bridge. 3, 2, push it up. That's it. You feel like glute and hamstring work for you. Lovely, good. Here and now, those abs really working for you again. 2, 3, 4, foot on the floor, push it up. Lovely, good. And well done. Back to my 6. Last 2 minutes of my work on my 6, or whatever double weight you've chosen. That drop back, and then dropping over the head. So 4 of each. Here we go. So I come back, I have slightly rolled through my back, and I've got that long extension on my arm, so really keep your zip and hollow on. Here we go. 2, got another 1. There it is, lovely, good. All the way back down, with or without the legs, over your head. Lovely, good. Coming up, pushing out as you drop down. 2, 3, zip and hollow definitely on, lovely, good. Then I'm going all the way down, over my head, and lovely, good. You can hold it there, and you can start the next section with those drops over your head. Really feel that zip and hollow is on. The leg can go out as low as you want it to go, and as straight as you want it to go, depending on where you feel you can keep control of that midsection. Lovely, good. So again, just one leg then the other. Going out, arms both work as a pair, going over your head. And there it is, 4, lovely, good. Feet go down, I come up. I roll, but I extend. Those arms out, good. 2, 3, 4. This is my last minute of this round before I do my last round. So over my head, 1, 2, 3, 4, lovely, good. Here and up. 1, I'm just going to do 1 more. 2, and good work, well done. Keeping my 3, keeping my 6, I'm going to move on to my last round. Lovely, good. I'm just going to take a little bit of water break now. You do take the water whenever you want to. This is my last round. You're doing great. Good work. I'm going to be down on the floor, and I've got one weight in my hand, my 3 in between. Now, if you feel this is too much, because you are going to do a sit-up and a reach. So again, it goes over my head, then I come up, do a sit-up and reach. If you feel that's going to be too much, forget the weight, do the down, do the up, and the squeeze. Okay, here we go. Are we ready? Go for 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so a little bit over your head, come up, don't throw it forward, get down. That weight, I'm only just doing one side, long extension, so really keep that sip and hollow on, head comes up off the floor, lovely, good. So my head does go down to the floor each time. So I'm long and straight up one part of it. Good. Then over your head. So my abs are working for me all the time on this, and it's going to really work hard because I'm going to do the other leg as well whilst I'm here. Same abs each time, sitting up. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. Just hold it there, so the knees just tugged in slightly, arms now relaxed because they're just resting on my knees. Lovely, good. Straight leg up, over my head, come up. Lovely, good. Then I drop my leg, drop my arms, and come up. Heading towards my shin each time. By now, your abs will really start to feel this. Coming up, give me that squeeze. Remember, as I say, if you get too much ache behind your neck, because we are putting our head on the floor and we have to lift our head up with everything else. You can put your hands behind your head, forget the weight, and again, I'm not trying to throw that weight. I lift the weight and do the sit-up. Lovely, good. Don't throw yourself forward. Three, 2, 1. Good work. Well done. I'm coming over onto my front. And I'm going to be in a bear stance, which means my hands are underneath my arms, my knees are underneath my hips, and this weight is going to be on my lower back. So I get forward, make sure it's that there. So again, I can't extend my back each time. I'm going to do 4, where I come up, it will move slightly, but we don't want it to move too much. Lovely, good. And then I'm going to reach forward for 4, and then I do my bear again. Try to keep that heavier weight. You'll feel it through the fronts of your thighs. Your core's definitely pulled in. Okay, are we ready to go? We're going to go in 5. 5. Belly button pulled into spine. Knees and hands underneath your shoulders or underneath your knees. Underneath your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely. That's testing my bottom half of my core stability. 1. Floating arm. 2, 3, 4. Back to your bear. Up. And 4. Lovely, good. Just reaching out that arm but not the shoulder. That weight stays steady on my back. My sip and hollow stays on. Lovely, good. Up. And up. Lovely, good. And I just refocus for my second time of doing this bear. Into your box. Nice and level, toes tucked under. I'm taking my knees off first. Just looking at the floor in front of you. Lovely, good. Get me that lift. Doesn't have to be too far. Remember, we want it controlled. Sip and hollow on. My lower back does not change shape. Lovely, good. Floating arm. Floating arm. Lovely, good. There. Up. Lovely, good. And reaching out. Hand comes back underneath your shoulder each time. After it's done its float. Okay, give me that lift. Elbows just very slightly bent back towards me. Lovely, good. Okay, well done. That is twice. Carefully take that away from you. And I'm going to go back, lying back on the floor. That core is on all the time. So it goes over my head, comes back, do my lift. Head goes down, rib cage stays down in, zip and hollow stays on. Arms come over your head. Lovely, good. So especially on my second set of this, you can really feel those abs have worked for you. Lovely, good. Just don't rush it. Do not let your back change shape, especially here with the weight gone over. If you can't get your leg out all the way, remember you can do like a Pilates move here, and then come up, and then go down with a bent leg. But if you can, straight leg. Really works that length. Lovely, good. Good work, well done. I'm just going to tuck them in, getting ready for my last time I'll be doing this long leg one before I do my 2 bears to finish. Lovely, good. Rib cage down and in, belly button pulled in. Here we go. Over your head. Up, and then get that squeeze. Control it on the way down. Control it on the way up as well. Lovely, good. So my arms come over, my back does not change shape. I lift up, can we feel that? It's on those abs now. Work your way to the end if you can there. Good, make each one a good one now. Remember your lower back should be against the floor the whole time. Give your glutes a little bit of a squeeze on that extended leg if you want to at the end. Make sure your back stays nice and steady. Up and lift. Oh, abs. That's it, we can do this. 3, 2, 1, and good work, well done. Over to your front, on my lower back, into my bear position, core pulled in. Lovely, good. Toes tucked under, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely, good. Reaching it forward. Just the floating arms. Remember, I do not want to move my body on this. There, good. So just nice and light on the hands. Here we go again. Up. Lovely, good. And up. And give me that lift. And that arm lift, well done, lovely, good. Hold that, refocus, really keep that zip and hollow on. Hands are level, they're underneath my shoulders, knees are underneath my hips. My head's just in line with my spine. Here we go for the last session, last bit of the last session. Okay, lovely, good. Coming up, knees off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. Toes under and up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. Okay, we go again. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do just one more on each arm. Just make it nice and even. We've done that finish, we've done that core work, and very well done. Be careful how you take that out. Okay, good work. You're coming off the timer here, and we're just going to do a little stretch out now. Okay, so my hips go back, forehead on the floor, back of my neck rested. Reaching up with those hands, just walking your fingers along the floor. Lovely, good. And then back down. Hands onto your lower back. So just slightly for bell. So forehead on the floor, arms are back, and then get that lift. That should feel nice through the shoulders, through the front of the chest. Lovely, good. Okay, then I'm going to come up. I'm going to take a hurdle stretch forward. front of thigh, keep my zip and hollow on. Lovely, good. And then I'm going to come down and just do a little reach through that thigh. So I put my hand in underneath the back of my heel there and just getting a little twist round. Lovely, good. Then I'm coming off, and then when I come back, you can either sit right back on that knee if you want to, or if you don't want to open out that knee, just push the hips back. Lovely, good. Then I'm coming under for that glute stretch and pushing back. That's it, lovely, good. And you can drop onto one hip if you want to. If your knee feels okay in that position, just dropping it out but keeping your top half in the middle, just dropping out from the waist. Lovely, bring it into the centre, come up, take that hurdle stretch, down. Feel that zip and hollow is on the front of the thighs, getting a good stretch out. And then I just do a little reach out and over. That's it, good. So again, I've dropped down, I've reached out through that leg there, keeping low, that centre of gravity. Lovely, good. I come back into the middle, I drop that back, either all the way or where your knee feels comfortable. Then coming forward from that, so again, it's not about dropping the head, getting that down to the thigh, it's about that chest, onto that thigh. Lovely, good. Under, down, elbows. You can do this lying on your back if you prefer. If you have knee trouble and you feel that you want to do just a classic glute stretch, just lie back and do the classic glute stretch. One leg over the other, pulling it in. Lovely, good. Coming up, onto my toes, rocking back, onto my heels, drop my head and my shoulders come up last. I'm just getting that roll round. I'm keeping that zip and hollow on all the way. Lovely, good. We're upright. We're open. Lovely, good. 2, 3, 4. I'm going to reach up and really get that little stretch out there on those abs, on those obliques. All the way up, very nice and tall. Bring it back down in front of your face. I'm going to do a little bow forward, pushing it back, tipping it down. Then get that push down with those hands towards the floor. Bring the hands back up into that palm facing position and then coming up into the centre. Big breath in and then that breath out. Give a little shake through. Okay, very well done today. Then got hard moves. Pilates, great moves to work with, but then also with that added extra, if you can use that band, if you can use that weight, especially if you double up on some of those weights as well. Done really, really good. Good job. And I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed teaching it to you, and I'll see you again next time. Okay, bye-bye for now.